This is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Series 8 Eugene action figure made by McFarlane Toys. Now this one was a little harder to find than the others because supposedly they're only one per case. I just ordered them online on Toys R Us and they arrived yesterday. I do want to warn you that although Toys R Us usually used to always send everything in boxes, they seem to be shipping some things in bubble envelopes now. And if you're one of those people who want to keep the packages mint, well, you might not want to order from Toys R Us because this is bent. I got the Bob that I ordered. This package is a little bent. And also Eugene, as you can see, is bent. And I've heard some people say that their packages were kind of crushed. So you gotta be careful of that. Most likely though, if you don't care about the packaging, then it's probably still okay to order from them. I'll just show this stupid package for a second. Okay, there you can see the new reel's gonna need Rick Grimes. And then you can see everybody else you can get on there. The only two I still need to get are the exclusive GameStop Carol and the exclusive Walgreens Tyrese. Well, let's open this guy up. So there he is all opened up. And I think this is a really well done figure. Now, if you've seen my preview videos, you know that I was upset that he was in the riot gear and he wasn't in his normal clothes, which I still am. I would prefer him to be in his normal clothes, like his shorts. And you can see he has his normal shirt and vest underneath of the riot gear, but you can't really take it off. I mean, it looks like you could probably, if you wanted to, pry it off because the riot gear is glued over his shirt. But I have a feeling it's going to look really bad under there. So I'm prying it off. If you want to try it, you can. As for down here in his legs, you can't pry these off. They're sculpted in. That's just part of the sculpt. So nothing you can do there unless you want to switch his legs with somebody. Same with the arms. You could probably pry off this piece here, but it's sculpted underneath on these straps. So yeah. He's stuck being riot gear unless you want to do some heavy modifications to him. His helmet doesn't fit in his head. I mean, I was trying to get it on there. Maybe you can get on, but I don't think so. I think his hair is too big. It is weird they didn't give him a helmet that he can't actually wear. It seems like they should have gave him an alternate head or something. But I'm sure you can put this on some other figures that has smaller hair. So I'll try that later in the video. But it is a really cool looking helmet though. I like it a lot. Although it does come with this little strap. And you can see there's little pegs on the strap which fit into these peg holes, but they don't really want to stay in very well. You can see the holes aren't very deep. So, I don't know, maybe you can drill the holes in further or something. He also comes with a new assault rifle that wasn't included with any figures yet, and it's a really cool looking one. I really like it. It was difficult to get him in a position where he's shooting it. I kind of pulled it off there, but that was difficult. It almost, when I put it into both hands, it almost felt like this peg, because this plastic's kind of hard, it kind of felt like this peg might break off if you're not careful. But I was able to get it into two hands. It's just, yeah, like I said, you can't get a real good two-handed pose, but you can do it decent enough. It's also got the strap, which is really flexible, so that's cool. It's a really cool looking gun. In case you're wondering what kind of gun it is, it's a P95 Batman Eats Cheese on a Cold Day Model 2 from 1987. That's what this gun is. It also comes with this backpack. It's a cool backpack. It's got really long, flexible straps, so you can actually get it on him. And it also, once again, kind of like Morgan's backpack, it has this little piece on the strap that detaches and fits into the hole. You can see it did detach, so it's not perfect, but I did have it in there. Let me do that. Yeah, there you can see I got it in there. However, there's another problem. Because the straps are loose, the backpack kind of sticks out a little bit. You could probably bend these, maybe heat them up and bend them, or just bend them as they are. You might be able to get it to not stick out so much like that. But here's the backpack off of him. You can see these straps are really long. When it was in the package, they were all folded up like this. So I think that's why it's kind of sticking out funny. But yeah, like I said, you might be able to fix it. And it's got a few other colors on there. It's got some yellow, it's gray and black. So there's a little more to look at than Morgan's backpack was. And there it is next to Morgan's backpack. Wow, backpack comparisons. Amazing. I think that's a really awesome sculpt of Eugene. And I'd say the only thing that's missing is maybe a little bit of facial hair, because he has like a tiny bit of facial hair. It's barely visible, but he has it. That'd be kind of nice if that was here, but that's okay. I think it does look like his face. They got his mullet. Oh, the mullet. I promised someone that I'd caress the mullet, and that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's a nice mullet. It is a nice mullet. They did a good job of sculpting that. It's got the short hair in the front, long hair in the back. It looks awesome. They did a good job of painting the eyes and the eyebrows. They look like they're on pretty much straight. Not perfect. If you look really close, then the eyes might be a little off, but pretty damn good. And the rest of the body. Well, there's a lot going on this torso. There's like 3 or 4 layers of clothing here. So that's really cool. There's actually even more layers if you think about it, because there's like the strap on the body armor. Then there's the body armor, which looks like it's kind of like 2 layers. And then there's this vest. And then there's a jacket under the vest. And then there's a shirt under the vest. So this guy's got a lot of shit on. But it looks cool. You can see he's got some shoulder pads. Some armor on his biceps and down onto his forearm. Lots of straps holding him on. He's got the big gloves. And I think it's because he has a riot gear. They made his hands really big. Like his fingers are huge compared to other figures. See, there's Eugene's hand next to Morgan's hand. And you can see Eugene's hand is humongous. Looks like he can crush little Morgan's hand. There's a lot of nice detail too on the actual vest. You can see there's like that damage on the front of there. It looks really cool. There's like sort of a texture going on with the body armor. And then the clothes stand out too. Just the way they sculpted this brown jacket and then the jacket underneath and the shirt, they just all look different. And that's really awesome. I like how they painted on the little rivets holding the body armor together. That looks cool. There's a bunch of detail in the back here. See, there's his jackets again. And then down to his pants, more body armor sculpted on. Once again, they painted some of the rivets. The straps look really nice. They got a texture to them. A little bit of green paint going on to them, though. Or maybe the black paint's rubbing off. I'm not sure what's painted there. And then down here, I like how the straps are actually squishing his pants in. Looks realistic. I like that. Makes them very wrinkled. And that's cool looking shin guards and knee pads. Once again, there's some nice worn damages and scratches on his knee pads there. That looks awesome. And even a little bit on the shin guards too. Once again, there's some green on the shin guards. And there's his big boots. It even has a little bit of armor on it. So that's cool. So despite me not really wanting Eugene in armor, this is a really cool figure. And if they do come out with a regular Eugene someday, I'll be happy that I did get a version of this one, just because it's so nice, so well done. Now, I'm guessing they released him in riot gear because they probably figured Eugene in his normal clothes wouldn't sell very well, and he could end up being a peg warmer. I mean, they did still make him just 1 per case. Seems like that would be good enough, but still, I could see him becoming a peg warmer. Obviously, all the collectors are going to get Eugene, but still, most of the people who buy the figures might not get him. He could be like Andrea or, one of those characters who just peg warming. Like I was saying, it doesn't look like you can get his helmet on him. His big fat mullet's just too big. And if you did shove it on there, it might break the helmet or it might scratch the paint off of his hair. So I wouldn't recommend it, but you can try it if you want. Now, Morgan has a smaller head and short hair, and it still doesn't really want to fit on him very well. Now him, I think you could probably actually get it on him, but it's really rubbing against his ears, so I ain't trying it. I might scratch the paint off of him. Hey, I got it on the Bob Stookie. Cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit Glenn. Glenn's hair is just too big. If he wanted to fit Glenn, you'd have to shave his hair down. Well, I tried on a few other characters. I almost got on the Season 7 Carl, but not quite. Wouldn't fit on Abraham. Definitely won't fit on Season 8 Red. Won't fit in Carol. Won't fit in Maggie. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. Won't fit on hardly anybody. Unless they would have made it just a little bit bigger. Over articulation. And there goes his head. It can move around pretty well. Can look back a little bit. Forward. About the same as the other figures, really. His mullet might hinder a little bit if you're looking that way. But it's not too bad. Now for his shoulders. Shoulders don't go up too far. Or is it just stuck? I don't know. It doesn't seem to want to go up any further with that. I guess it's the armor hitting. Doesn't look like it's really hitting very much, but it must be. But they can still go up like that. So he's like, yeah. And do about a 90 degree at the elbow. And they can spin all the way around like that. You can spin at the elbow. The wrist has some pretty good articulation. Really tight too. Like I said, this seems like they did a much better job on these wrists this series. And then down at the hips. Oh, his one leg did not want to go out this way. I had to heat it up. It was really stuck and really felt like it was going to break. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with this series is a lot of people have had the legs break at the hips. And that includes me, who had this, my first Rick break. I bought a new one, but as you can see, it's kind of screwed up in there. But yeah, lots of people had their legs break off. And his articulation isn't too bad if you want to go out that way. However, forward and well, back is pretty good too. You can't go very far forward because his shirt is just really hard and his jacket's so kind of stops that. So I don't know, you can't really get him into a very good sitting position. His leg bends back almost a 90 degree and it spins. And there's that tiny bit of articulation at his ankle, but it's actually a little more than most of the other ones from this series, because most of them can't even do that. Yeah, I can spin around really good too, so I think his ankles are a little better than the other figures in this series. So, fairly decent articulation with him, just hindered at the legs mostly. Now time for some comparisons. Here's Glenn caressing his majestic mullet. And here's Maggie caressing his majestic mullet, which would probably make Eugene just about pee his pants. And here's Maggie and Glenn caressing his mullet at the same time. Ooh, I can't handle the excitement. And here's Rick Grimes rubbing his beard on his mullet. Oh, that'd be a big tangle of hair. I'm stuck to you. Can't get my beard out of your hair. And here's Abraham caressing his mullet. Oh, and then punching it because he's mad at him for lying. But it won't hurt him. He don't need any armor in the back of his head because he has his mullet. And here's Lee Everett rubbing his stump all over his mullet. And that's the sound he'd make. And here's Michonne trying to give him a haircut with her sword. But you can't cut that shit. It's like trying to cut Superman's hair. It ain't gonna work. Damn it. So there I am, caressing his mullet in another form. Oh. And there's Zombie Cat caressing his mullet. Oh, scratchy. That's a nice mullet you got there. Thanks. You got an excellent mullet yourself. Let's caress each other's mullet at the same time. Good idea. Oh, that's a nice mullet you got. You too. You too. Very nice mullet. Almost as good as mine. Maybe better. I don't know. That's some nice sunglasses you got on your head there too, shithead Jackson. Sunglasses? Yeah, they're like the same color as your hair. I can barely see them. Oh, yes. Stealth. Secret sunglasses. Very expensive. That's cool. And here's the 6 scale Fison massaging his mullet. I really don't think Mr. Eugene can handle this one. Oh, 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 oh. Hyperventilating. And there he is rubbing his mullet in her boobs. Oh, oh. Now there's one accessory that I really wish they would have included with Eugene, and that would be the bookshelf from the library. That would have been awesome. But you're gonna have to use other things for him to peek over to be a peeping Tom. Ooh, Rosita. Oh, baby. we threw this little crappy bookshelf together because this is an accessory that he should have came with. Because that would have been awesome. So now you can peek and creep on everybody. So I'd say I'm pretty happy with this Eugene figure. I mean, yeah, I'd like him to be in his normal clothes, but he's not. But for what he is in the riot gear, I think they did a really good job of it. However, I am kind of disappointed in this helmet not being able to fit Eugene or hardly anybody else, except for Bob Stuckey. I'm sure there's somebody else. I didn't try every figure, but of the ones I tried, Bob Stuckey's the only one. And the strap doesn't really stay in very well. I do like this little backpack. It's got the nice long straps, however, they kind of stick out a little bit when you put them on them. But it is nice that the straps are long. I really like this gun. First time I got this gun. It's a really cool one. And the straps on it's pretty nice, although it kind of hangs funny. But yeah, the sculpt and paint on him are really well done. I think that's one thing that's really nice about this Series 8. They did a really good job on pretty much every figure in it. And that is kick-ass. Like I said, I ordered him online at toysrus.com. And they do tend to send things in bubble envelopes now, so if you want the package mint, maybe you should just wait and try to find them in store somewhere. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching and goodbye. What you looking at there, Eugene? Hello. Whoa, damn. I get it. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm not good at peeping yet. You know, you shouldn't be doing this, Eugene. I noticed you're still watching. Yep. I can't stop watching. Guys, what are you doing? Mother Dick! Mother Dick. You think you heard me? What you all doing over here? Glenn! I would be really mad at you, but I can't stop looking either. I'm not a lesbian, but if I was to turn lesbian, this girl here might just be the one to do it. I hope you don't mind, Eugene. I just moved a few of these books. I thought they looked better over there on the floor. Oh, hey, Rick, it's me, Morgan. I've been following you guys for... Whoa. Nice to see you too, Morgan. Can you stop poking me with that stick there? Put that down.
This is so freaking